Welcome back to Sorare Assist. Adam here, and I've got part 2 of the Under-23 scouting series in the Belgium Pro League, where I'll be highlighting some players that are built for the Sorare scoring matrix. Before all that though, if you do like the video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, there is a link in the description below if you did wish to do that. Okay, let's get straight stuck into it then. Last week I highlighted some defenders and midfielders. This week I'm going to be carrying on with the midfielders and also highlighting some forwards as well. None of the content featured in this video is financial advice. Okay, let's get stuck in then with the continuation of the under-23 midfielders. The first person I've gone for is Isaac Nuhu of Eupen. Only 19, so looking at the last game where he got some decent minutes then. Nuhu impressed on this 1-0 victory, which he actually got an assist for the only goal in this game on the 11th of December. But if we look at his goal threat, it was absolutely fantastic. He had 3 shots on goal, 2 shots off goal and 2 shots blocked, which is absolutely brilliant. Not only that, his pass numbers look good with 25 accurate passes. He also had 6 key passes in this game as well, and 3 accurate crosses out of 4. This to me is looking absolutely exceptional for somebody who was only 19. So definitely one to look out for. At the minute, his limited price is around £6.64, and you can get his rare for around 117 on average. If we just look at some of his scores then, he's got a 90 here. Now this score is from the game where he got 70 minutes against Beerschot. He's also got a 60 score here where he got 86 minutes. And a 60 score here where he got 72 minutes. Now if we look at some of the other scores, there is a 90 minutes there. So this one here has only got 31 minutes here. So some of these load scores are attributed to when he's not really played that many minutes in the game or got a good run of games. There's also another score here of 71 where he got another 90 minutes. As you can see, there's a bit of a theme here. If this guy's getting minutes, he's getting good scores. He looks an absolutely exceptional option for your Sorare squad. The next player I'd like to look of was Sissy Sandra of Club Bruges. Only 18, and in the game where he got 90 minutes back in December 21, he was pivotal in this 3-2 victory for Club Bruges. He actually scored in this game as well and had 2 shots on target. Now in this game he had 31 accurate passes, which is absolutely fantastic for a midfielder. He also had 3 ground duels won out of 6, so 50% in his ground duels and aerial duels won there. But his goal threat looks brilliant, and I liked his pass numbers as well, so I think this guy definitely looks good, especially when he's only 18. Now at the minute, if we just look at his scores, he has got a score of 68 here. So this was that victory that I've just pointed out here where he has got 90 minutes. Apart from that, he's not really played that many minutes. But as you can see in a game where he did play the full game, he's scored and is impressed. His price is a little more hefty than the last player I highlighted, 37 for his limited and around 552 for his rare. Next up is another midfielder, and that is 20-year-old El Hadj of Anderlecht. So in this game here, back in October 21, in a 4-2 victory for Anderlecht, he played 75 minutes, he had 44 accurate passes, 2 key passes, 4 successful long balls out of 5. He also created 1 big chance as well in this game, so he had an absolutely outstanding game here. These stats are looking really impressive for someone who's only 20. So at the minute, you can get his limited for around 25 and his rare for around 164. If we look at some of his scores, he has got some impressive scores here, mostly where he's played more than 50 minutes or so. As you can see, some 90 appearances here. Look, he's played three games here where he's got a decent amount of minutes, 90 minutes, 89 minutes and 90 minutes, and he's got some absolutely fantastic scores in that period. So he did get his chance around this time, and as you can see, he is capable of these high scores. So it looks a really good option. Going for around 25 and he's limited at the minute, and 164 for his rare. Next up is Kamal Soa of AZ. Now he's currently on loan at AZ, and he is due to go back to Club Bruges at the end of the current season. Now he didn't get that many opportunities at AZ, it has to be said, but the last time he was at Club Bruges, he did get an opportunity here in a 3-0 victory against Ostende on the 10th of September 21. Played the full 90 minutes in this game. He actually had 7 shots in this match, although none of them were on target unfortunately, but it's still showing absolutely good fantastic good goal threat there, and he did miss 2 big chances, so to be fair to him, on another day maybe he could have had 2 goals. But his overall numbers looks fantastic here as well. He's got a 50% dribble success rate, he's got 34 accurate passes, 4 key passes in this game, and he also created 2 big chances. Not only that, he's won a number of ground duels as well, and chipped in with a couple of tackles. These numbers looks absolutely fantastic to me for a player who's just 22. So in terms of his price then, you're looking at around £12 for his limited and around £167 for his rare. Just have a quick look at his score graph. As you can see, like I say, he's not had that many minutes for AZ. But back here when he was playing for Club Brugge, he was getting some minutes for Club Brugge actually, on quite a regular basis as well. And as you can see, he's got some absolutely fantastic scores. So whether he's going to get more minutes again when he does return to Club Brugge is another story. We'll see what happens there. The next up is Lucas Oyen of Genk. Only 19, generally plays on the left wing and does take corners as well for Genk when he does play. So in this recent 2-0 victory here, which was only on the 10th of April 2022, Oyen played the full 86 minutes. He got an assist in this game as well in this 2-0 victory. Didn't have any good shots in this game, unfortunately, but did have 24 accurate passes and 2 key passes, and he also created 1 big chance as well, and 2 out of 3 ground duels won. So these numbers are looking really impressive. He's only 19 as well, don't forget. And if you just look at his scores then, so he has got some decent scores here. He has been getting more minutes recently for Genk, and as you can see, this is reflected in his scores as well. His limited is going for around £59 and his rare is going for around 506. So not the cheapest, but it does look very good for a 19-year-old. Another player that caught the eye was Mike Trezor of Genk. 22-year-old attacking midfielder. In this game here, against Standard Liège in a 2-0 victory in February 22, he played 75 minutes. He actually got an assist in this game as well, 23 accurate passes and a fantastic 4 key passes. He also had a 50% success rate with his crosses as well. He also created 1 big chance in this game as well, so he's looking very impressive here. Scores wise, well, we've got some absolutely fantastic scores here. As you can see, he had a period in the team here where he was scoring some brilliant scores. He's also got a few games in a row here as well where he scored another fantastic scores. And he's got some games here where he's been playing a bit part, unfortunately. But if he can get more first team minutes again, as you can see, he's very capable of getting regular, very good scores here. His limited is going for around £17 at the moment and his rare for around 207. The next player I've gone for is Abdelkahar Kadri of Gortrich. Only 21. The Algerian played in this game here. He played a full 90 minutes against Mechelen on the 2nd of April 2022. He got an assist in this game, 35 accurate passes as well, which is absolutely brilliant. 3 key passes. Didn't show any goal threat in this game, unfortunately, but he did chip in defensively, winning 50% of his ground duels, and he also had 3 interceptions and 3 tackles in this game. In terms of his price for the 21-year-old, you can get his limited for around £25 and his rare for around 264. If we look at some of his scores, we can see some absolutely fantastic numbers here, especially more recently where he's getting more game time as highlighted by his L15 and L40 and L5. Next up we have Yari Verscharen. Now this guy is no secret, and I'm sure a lot of you know of this guy already, but he is worth highlighting anyway. He's only 20, plays for Anderlecht. He's getting regular minutes for Anderlecht as well, played 28 starts this season for them. Still only young though, still developing, but he's got some absolutely fantastic stats on his day. In this 3-0 victory against Ostende on the 6th of March 22, played the full 90 minutes, he actually scored in this game as well. 37 accurate passes, he also had a shot on goal as well, and 3 successful dribbles out of 5, which isn't bad. He's looking very promising, got some really good stats for such a young age. Now you are paying a little bit more of a premium for this guy, but if you look at his L40 you can see why. His limited is going for around 97 and his rare is going for around 657. Let's have a look at some of his scores. As we can see, we've got some fantastic scores here. With it being the end of the season in the Belgium League as well, it's probably a good time to pick up Verscharen if you have got him on your radar. Gone for is Papa Hibib Gay of Gortrich. 22-year-old Senegal forward. This game here against Ostende, he played the full 86 minutes. He scored in this game as well, but just look at his goal threat in this game. He actually had 9 shots. 1 was blocked, 5 off target and 3 on target. I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. His accurate passes was 13. He also had 2 key passes in this game and created a chance. He managed to find time to create a chance even with his 9 shots on target. This is looking very promising. Now, in terms of his scores then, if we look at him, he's got some absolutely fantastic scores. He's got a score of 100 here, in fact, which is looking very, very promising. Now, as you can see, he's not been playing 90 minutes on a regular basis, but he is getting quite a few minutes, quite regular minutes off the bench, that sort of thing. And he is getting some chances in the first team as well. I think with this sort of goal threat, he's got a potential to potentially get some more high scores. Limited at the moment is going for around 40, and his rare is going for around 197. On to the forwards now then, and the first one I've gone for is Anas Sorare of Sporting Charleroi. The Belgium is just 21. And he's not really got that many minutes in terms of like 70 plus minutes in recent games. But in this game back in August 21, at home to Royal Antwerp, he played the full 90 minutes. He actually scored in this game as well. He had 5 attempts at goal, 1 being on target, 4 off. He also had a fantastic pass numbers as well for a forward, 37 accurate passes and 4 key passes in this match as well. He also created a big chance in this game. This is looking really impressive to me against Royal Antwerp, who are not the poorest side in the Belgium League by a long way off. So he looks, these stats are looking really impressive to me. If we look at his scores then, he was getting plenty of minutes around this period here, where you can see he's got some good scores as well. Got some fantastic scores here when he was getting 90 minutes. But then he did seem to come out of favour a bit, and he was making more sub appearances, especially more recently. He has managed to get some scores here though when he's playing 60 minutes, 90 minutes there, and also 39 minutes there off the bench. But mostly been playing as a bench warmer more recently. But if you can get more minutes, I think this guy is looking really cheap at £11 is limited and 206 for his rare card. So next up on the radar, another forward is Dennis Dragus of Standard Liège. Just 22 this guy. Now this season he's only actually started 12 games for Standard Liège, but when he does start he's showing some really good numbers. On this game on the 2nd of March in a 1-0 win against Beerschot, he played 89 minutes, he scored in this game. He had 5 attempts on goal, 3 being on target, which is absolutely fantastic goal threat. 3 of 4 successful dribbles. 13 accurate passes. He also produced a key pass in this game as well, and he won 50% of his ground duels. This is looking very impressive to me for a 22-year-old. And if we look at his scores, he's got some really good scores when he's playing these 90 minutes. 89 there, he's got a good score of 72. Played 11 minutes here, got 62, 34 minutes here. So as you can see, he's still making a few sub appearances, but he is capable of getting these high scores, especially with his goal threat looking really promising. At the minute, he can get his limited for around £10 and his rare for around 110. So the final forward in this under-23 scouting series is Jackson Maleka. Now he's not exactly going cheap at the moment, but he's looking absolutely fantastic. If we look at the most recent game they played in a 3-0 victory away to Besiktas on the 25th of April 2022, he scored 2 goals in this game. He had 3 shots, all on target. He had 50% successful dribble rate as well, and he's also won a number of ground duels, 10 out of 14. But if we look at his form at Casim-Passa, he's actually on loan from Belgium club Standard Liège at the moment. If we look at his goals, we can see that he's actually really on form at the Turkish team. He just can't stop scoring, this guy. He started 7 for the Turkish outfit, scored 11, assisted 3. He's shown shots per game of 3.7 and shots on target of 2 per game on target. This is absolutely fantastic. If you look at the stats, this is probably rivaling the Messis, Ronaldos and Mbappes of this world in terms of shots per game and shots on target especially. So he's looking absolutely brilliant, this guy. There's something to note here though, we don't know what's going to happen to him next season. I think his contract does end with Standard Liège at the end of the season. Casim-Passa are keen to keep Maleka though, and you can understand why with these sorts of numbers. Now, if we look at his scores, this recent form with Casim-Passa was no fluke. He has got some minutes previously with Standard Liège, although a majority from the bench, but his goal threat has always been absolutely fantastic. And as you can see, there's a lot of these games where he's only played a few minutes, but when he has got his chance, he has scored, and that is attributed to these high scores we can see on his graph. He is only 22 as well, Now, like I say, you are going to be paying a little bit more for Muleka at the moment, but I've got a feeling that his price may come down, especially if there's still uncertainty about his future. So his limited is at the moment is going for around 150, and his rare you're looking at around £700. I still think this is in the budget range and still looks a real good price to me for a guy who's got consistent goal threat throughout his career really. When he's given a chance like he has been in Turkey, he's been firing on all cylinders with 11 goals and 3 assists in 7 starts. That is mouth-watering. That was all for this week. If you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget you can become a member of this YouTube channel now by clicking that join button below. This will give you early access to scouting videos like this in future. And you can also join the Patreon. You'll also get early access to the scouting videos there as well, plus a weekly scout report from me for under the radar players. And if you're not signed up to Sorare yet, of course you can do that by using the link in the description below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. Okay, that was all from me today. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you again soon.